All right, thank you so much for staying with us. You're watching TV47 Breakfast. My name is Annie Odida. Thank you so much for staying with us. Tomorrow is World Youth Skills Day, a day celebrated every 15th day of July each year. However, today, the 14th, we're kickstarting the conversation by bringing together and engaging the next generation of builders, innovators, and of course, job creators. We have just right next to me, this is Evans Kiprop Serem. Evans is an entrepreneur. Karibu sana. Thank you for making time.
Thank you.
We also have Nyariki Jose Joffrey, founder, People Power Differently, Clean and Green Tech Links Limited. He's also doubling up as a climate entrepreneur. Thank you for making time.
Thank you.
We also have El Bethel Buyanzi.
Yes.
A fifth-year civil engineering student, corporate outreach officer, Engineering Hub. Karibu sana El Bethel. Jina lako ni ndefu. Is it El Bethel Buyanzi?
Yeah, it's El Bethel Buyanzi.
Great. So the theme for World Youth Skills Day this year is Skills for a Shared Future. Once again, this is a day celebrated annually, 15th of July, and it is a global initiative that highlights the collective responsibility to equip young people with future-ready skills such as AI, green tech, and social-emotional competencies needed to thrive in a rapidly changing labor market. Gentlemen, I want us to first acknowledge World Youth Skills Day. And Serem, what does this day mean to you as a young person in this country?
Thank you. And, thank you for having me this morning here. And as we wait to mark the World Youth Skills Day tomorrow, I'm glad and privileged that at least we are now beginning to have a conversation on the skills that young people are possessing. And tomorrow we are celebrating the creativity and the potential that our young people have. We all know that skills are bridge of the young people between, they are bridge between education and the employment world. And we possess the skills as young people. We only need the environment to showcase these skills. And personally, I'm privileged that I've got a platform this morning so that I can share with the colleague young people the skills that I possess. I work with the...
We'll be getting into that so that we can get to know you better as well. But you mentioned something about you're glad that we're beginning to have these conversations around World Youth Skills Day. Does it mean that this is not something that we've embraced as a country, having conversations around World Youth Skills?
Okay, maybe initially there has been a different take or approach towards appreciation of skills of our young people. But now we see the emerging world is now beginning to appreciate our young people. Yeah, unlike before. Nowadays, you can see everywhere the skills are needed. Every sector needs the skills of young people. And we are now embracing as a country.
All right, great. Speak to us, Nyariki, about this. What does this day mean to you tomorrow? World Youth Skills Day, celebrated every year, 15th of July.
Yes, thank you, madam, for having me here. As for me, I think this is a wake-up call to stakeholders, to the youth themselves, to the call to the rapidly changing world, to meet up their needs, the needs of the world.
Yeah.
Technology is changing, and also we're having AI right now, and most of the organizations all over the world are struggling to strike a balance between humanity and AI and the way this technology is working. So the youth are called upon as we celebrate this day so that they may evolve their skills to meet these needs. And as they meet these needs, they will be able to balance on the side of ethics, of humanity. As you've seen, the rise of goonism and the banning of schools. As personally, as a tutor, I can say most of the young people, because my organizations have worked around empowering young people on green skills, and also currently working on Skika, which is a digital bunge la wananchi. So we are trying to leverage technology and also bringing in the ethical part. Like when kids have phones, are we going to strike a balance to parenting and the phones and the morality which we grew with. How can we adapt that?
So you think the World Youth Skills Day brings in the conversation and encourages everything around schools, technology and all?
Yes, a very hard conversation where we need to strike, we need to sit down and get where is the middle point in terms of technology, humanity, and also development.
Beyonce, speak to us about the same conversation. What does World Youth Skills Day mean to you as a young person in this country?
I think World Youth Skills Day to me means a chance for youth to showcase their skills. From my perspective, I believe youth have a lot of skills. It's just that we don't get the chance, the visibility to showcase the skills and maybe benefit from it. That's what is set against us as youth. And like maybe those who are not youths, they may have a little bit more exposure due to their level in their fields, like us. And so I hope World Youth Skills Day will have a chance to showcase our skills and even be seen for what we can do. Yeah.
So what are you looking forward to tomorrow? Because you're saying that, you know, as young people, we are quite disadvantaged as we compare to, you know, the older generation. So what are you looking forward to tomorrow in terms of policy decisions that will be made around the World Youth Skills Day?
Apart from policies and decisions, first I hope that a lot of youths across the country and hopefully across the globe will get a chance to showcase their skills to lots of people wherever they'll be, so that they can be appreciated. And in terms of policy and decisions from maybe the policymakers, I hope we will get a chance to be nurtured in terms of that exposure. I believe we already possess skills that can be monetizable, but it's just that we don't get a chance to showcase our skills. You might know something to do, but you'll be told you need an experience of 10 years before you can do it. So I hope there will be a change in policy to allow youth to practice their skills in a good way.
All right. Speak to us about the skills you possess, Serem. Cut you short on that and walk us through how they're helping you in 2026. And, you know, I'm sure this is skills that you've just developed quite recently. And I would love to assume these were not skills that have been embraced for quite a long time. Speak to us about that.
Okay. Fast forward, I can say, we see many young people when they graduate out of campus and colleges, most of them does not secure jobs or rather employment directly, because initially our education system was designed in a way that was not appreciating skills. But after a while, when I graduated from campus, alongside a team of my friends, we identified a problem in our society, and there was this problem of the analog meter reading gauge, and you know that was a bit hectic, and we saw it wise to leverage on technology and thought of an idea. So with a few of my friends, we thought of a good idea and developed a smart water meter reader.
What does that do?
So this smart water meter reader is a digital device that is leveraging on now reading the new meter water, unlike in the past where you could find someone going to read the meter gauge manually. But this is now a new device that automatically relays the information of the water cubic that you've used and changes it automatically so that you use it automatically, unlike the one that was analog. So this technology enables one to buy water meter just like you buy electricity token. And it is working. We've tried, and we've now reached to a capacity of 5,000 people who are now embracing it. So this is a skill that we developed, and it's working. We are moving away from the analog technology of finding someone to go and read the meter gauge. Now this is automatic.
So if at all analog is still working, so what gap are you trying to fill with coming up with this one that is, you know, automatic? Because analog is still working. So what gap are you trying to fill?
So this accurately measures water consumption and usage data. You know, the analog one, you could just go and read it, and you could tamper with it. But for this, this is smart and digital, whereby for you to access water usage, you must subscribe to it. And it is minimizing losses. Even breast, we will see going forward, there will be no tampering of these water parts. You know, in the past, you could find someone, we call it looping. You find someone msee ana loop kwa ndio asilipe mita. Lakini hii inakaa kama ya stima, whereby you are engaged, you do the prepaid payments and so on and forth. So it's only that the platform is what we've not received much. Otherwise, if we receive that huge platform, we can, the world, or rather our country, can embrace this technology.
Nyarik, what are some of these untapped skills that maybe you've seen that the young people are quite, you know, ignorant about, that you'd say that, you know, these are skills that every young person who is getting into the job market should at least have?
Thank you for that good question, which has been in my mind for a very long time. I graduated as a teacher, and classically the skills like going to classroom to teach, being a doctor, being an engineer, are the classical training which everyone's child will always think about. But when we come out here after graduation, as a teacher, I will tell you the truth that we realize that those skills like plumbing, which we used to underrate, which we think like those people who do plumbing are like the lower cadre people who are not very intelligent. I've realized that those are the skills which are driving the world. The skills, the IT skills, AI, those skills are the one which are changing the world right now, because the world has really evolved, and it's a clarion call to stakeholders out there to put platforms. For instance, as a teacher, I've been able to evolve. I've been able to initiate 2 organizations. One which is on climate technology, which has been doing climate resilience to farmers. And right now, we looked at the political climate. We have been able to bring up a tech platform, which is called SKICA, which is trying to bridge the gap between the populace and the leaders, trying to create awareness of who the leaders are. And in doing that, we are trying to erase politics of intolerance. So such kind of skills have come to bridge gaps, gaps like Goonism, gaps like traditional agriculture, which is not adaptive to climate change. So such kind of skills, green skills, IT skills, are the best skills which any youth can have. And I will urge governments and organizations.
You've talked about Goonism for the second time. Tell us how that is bridging this.
Yeah,
The issue of Goonism.
Goonism comes with misinformation and propaganda, and not getting good information about who the leaders are. When we are choosing leaders, SKICA comes on board to tell you I wish we had the time so that you can.
We have time.
Yes, I will just discuss on the site so that you can see. If I'm Geoffrey Nyariki, I've worked with the USAID and also Tony Elmeru in empowering the youth. Now the youth will be able to know what I've done in the past, my track record. They will be able to follow me as a teacher. What crimes have I committed before? So they can be able to be a good judge when they are going to elect me. But now, currently, Goonism arises when you just get money, or you just align to someone because he's from your tribe, or because he's from your family. So you don't know his competences, you don't know his track record. Now you will be able, you will be misled.
So in short, it's talking about how to help Kenyans elect competent leaders and not necessarily addressing the issue of Gunism in the country, right?
It's helping them, and at the same time it's addressing. It will address in this sense.
Yeah.
It will address in this sense when we have informed electorates.
Yeah.
Gunism will at least.
Bianzi, are you getting his point? Are you getting where he's heading to?
When
because I'm trying to imagine or to put my fingers on how whatever he's come up with is trying to solve the issue of Gunism and try to eradicate Gunism, because that is the end goal at the end of the day. Because how I'm getting it is it helps Kenyans see competent leaders and not necessarily help in eradicating the issue of Gunism.
And when you do that, you see, you are an informed citizen. And when you are an informed citizen, you cannot be misled. You cannot be picked out there because you know you need a road. You don't need these 500 shillings. You need a hospital. You don't need to be told to hit this person. You will know this person even if it comes from the other side of the political divide.
Is it working? Is it working so far? Is it working? Who are you communicating to?
We are communicating to leaders and also to the people, to the grassroots people. So we have a platform. We have community platforms in our website, which are linking them, and also we have some appointment in each constituency.
All right.
I would like to know the source of the data, and how do you verify the data is accurate and not subjective to the person who input the data?
In terms of competency?
You see, maybe I could know that Nyariki is contesting for a gubernatorial position.
Yeah.
And then I could go and say there that Nyariki is a goon. He stole my 1,000 shillings.
Yeah.
You should not vote for Nyariki.
Because he's a goon.
Yeah. So I would like to know the source of the data.
The
authenticity of the data and the validity.
So is it trying to cut down on, say, goons, quote unquote, who are trying to get into electoral positions, or what exactly?
Yeah, it's trying to.
So in short, you're saying we have leaders who are goons, eh? If I'm getting it right.
The morality has been questionable in the past, and we ignored that part. And when you ignore that part, then it will show up. The horns will show up, and the nails will come up later.
Sawa sawa. Buyanzi, you know, perhaps some of, do you think the university system, the education system, is mismatched when we're talking about what is being taught in class and what the job market wants right now from students who are graduating? Do you think there's some sort of mismatch?
I will not think it's entirely mismatched. Yeah. I think it's just what people expect to get in the university versus what they get is where there is a misalignment. So I think people expect to be taught exactly what's happening in the field, be taught maybe AI, be taught everything totally. But you see, if you teach everything totally, you'll need the whole course to maybe be 20 years because new things come in daily. There are emerging technologies. So people who get in, for example, it's in engineering. So people who get into engineering expecting to be taught every new technology will end up regretting not being taught that. But I believe the main purpose of university education is to teach you the basic principles and enable you to be able to learn even those complex ones that come by. So once you understand that, you'll see maybe there is a little bit mismatch in terms of communications of what you should expect. Sometimes you are taught without being told this is what's being done in the field. So you will be taught what's being done, but you won't know that's what's being done. So you will go to the field thinking that you don't know and appreciate the education. But only if it was maybe communicated better, you would have appreciated the teaching. So it's not entirely mismatched. It's just that maybe people's expectations and what they're given is not entirely communicated well. Yeah,
whose responsibility is it to communicate that to students who are yet to graduate, so that when they get to the job market, they are not shocked, or we don't say that now they had too much expectations that were not met?
I've seen especially in the Western countries, universities hold regular career fairs. And during these career fairs, you find companies go to the universities and they talk about what they do. They tell them their offers, job offers available, and they interact with the students. So when there is that industry and academia collaboration, you'll find that that gap is addressed. So it's the job of the industry which expects these graduates to work for them, and also of the learning institutions which are preparing the graduates to come collaboratively and work to nurture the future employees and also future, let's say, investors, entrepreneurs, to be all round.
Right.
Yeah.
Sarem, do you think there's some sort of mismatch when you're looking at what is being taught in universities versus what the job market requires? Is there some sort of mismatch?
I think since the introduction of 844, the reason why we are struggling now to at least appreciate these skills is because when we introduced 844 system around the early 90s and late 80s up to 2022, this 844 was basically exam-oriented, and learners were taught to just pass examinations. There was no practicability, they were never taught about innovation, and so on and forth. I guess that is where we missed the point. That is why this generation of ours, of this age, whom most of us went through the 844 system, missed a lot in terms of skills. But with the introduction of CBC, I see it as a bold decision. Because now, you know, CBC is now beginning to appreciate the skills, hands-on skills. However, it is not appreciating as much as it ought to be. Since you'll find someone moving from junior grade to grade 9, from grade 9 to grade 12, there they are just taught about the skills. But from grade 12 onwards, we are now moving back to the old 844 system where we are now taking these learners to the universities.
Yeah.
I think there is a mismatch here. We ought to directly appreciate these skills. We should embed the technical skills as a core subject right from the junior level, not just bring it to the TTI level and regard it as the one for failures. Yet in real course, these technical courses and for TVETs, TTIs, and so on and forth, there is a way the government and the architects of education system should appreciate it and make it a core, or rather a compulsory course, so that these skills can be harnessed on. And maybe this will be a score for the government, because I think with the statistics there, from 2022 up to 2026, we've seen a rise in number of those enrolling in TVET courses.
Right.
There is a huge rise in those enrolling for TVET courses. So that tells you we are now beginning to appreciate these skills. But basically, to the stakeholders, to the private sector, and to the educators, there should be a way, there should be a rethink in the education system where we take these technical courses more seriously, and make the education system not be exam-oriented. We make the learners innovate, be creative, and move forward with the skills that they have, and we support them. I remember around 2023, the university I was in, Kabarak, there was a learner who invented, was it ugali from grass? And it was...
ugali from grass?
Yeah, and it was proven. Yeah.
Edible?
Yes. It was proven by, did you listen to the news?
I remember that.
It was proven by, was it World Health Organization or the Food Organization, wherever of the world? That was a brilliant skill. Only that, the student did not find a platform to proceed with the same. But that was a good idea. And we invented on, the issue of hunger in our country will be a thing of the past.
Eating grass ugali.
Yeah, it was proven. You heard of the news?
Yeah, I had. And also,
you heard of the news?
Yeah, I heard of the news. But when it comes to food, it's not. When it comes to food, it's not really straightforward like that. You see, you can improve, you can invent ugali from grass, but it's the same like telling people to eat dog milk. They won't eat they won't drink dog milk, but they'll drink cow's milk. So just because you improved, it's edible.
No,
because
but you see, this was readily available. This was readily available.
Like people who eat, say, snakes and people who, ate whatever they ate, and then we had that crisis that we had in 2019, 2020. Things like this. So when we're innovating, I think we should now innovate things like will not hurt people in the long run.
Even that person innovating ugali from grass maybe can't take it because he still has his own personal bias.
No, that was proven. It was already medical even proven.
It can
have some. Yarik, you can comment on that.
We have some Ethiopians food which is gotten from grass, from the seeds of grass. So she might or he might have gotten the idea from them. What I want to say about the merge of the skills.
Yeah, the university system and the job market. Yeah.
Yeah, the essence of university is to get a whole person when you come out, so that you can go out and innovate. So I'm to an extent, I would say there is no mismatch. Only that we have not been given a thriving world out here, thriving platforms, a conducive environment to innovate and evolve. Because of the bureaucracies, I've seen you have a brilliant idea. We have brilliant idea. He has brilliant ideas. When you come out there, the youth, when they want to put these ideas to monetize them, to put them into practice, a lot of paperwork, a lot of bureaucracies. So that one kills their morale, and that's when you not hear again of that kid or that student who innovated ugali, or the one who innovated. But in other thriving countries, you find out that these countries have a system which absorbs them, or which allows them to practice or to innovate freely and change technology in an easy way. But in Kenya, to be heard, maybe this is the first or second time you've been heard on TV, and that ends there. In other countries, they take these things serious because these innovators are the people who drive the economies of those countries. Innovators are the leaders of every area.
So who's failing the young people of this country?
Yeah, leaders, the leaders and the systems which we have put in place. So if at all we have systems which are able to identify, by naturally identifying. For instance, I've worked with Tony Elmelu Foundation and the USAID. They have platforms whereby if you have an idea, they will just recognize you in an easy way. There is no bureaucracy. It is very systematic, a 1 to 10 process to identify this is an innovator. But when you come to Kenya, you have to take your papers. If it's an ICT project, you go to the Ministry of ICT. Even your own minister or your own MP will not even want to know who you are when you have such kind of an idea. You'll find out that whenever the Ministry of Water is working in your place, they will not want to hear from you. They will bring a Japanese to bring a gadget to test some of those gadgets which you are doing, but they will not notice that you are there so that they can embrace whatever you are doing. You remember the M-Pesa case, and then we have fraud. Leaders who don't have goodwill. If somebody realizes you have an idea, actually the youth have developed they are afraid. For those who have come out, the rest are afraid. They are hidden their brilliant ideas under the bed, because once they expose them, we have unscrupulous people out there with money who are able to monetize and exploit and leave those youth in poverty. So we have a very complex
lack of goodwill,
which is lacking goodwill to embrace what the youth have in their skills.
All right. Beyonce, you're an engineering student, but do you have intentions of pursuing that after university?
Yeah, I have intentions of pursuing that after university, because even currently I'm doing 1-2 things in engineering.
What are the 1-2 things?
First, I will say it's engineering hub, since maybe I'll get a chance to later to speak about engineering hub, or should I speak about it?
Yes, you can talk to us about that as well.
Okay, so at Engineering Hub, I currently work as the Corporate Outreach Officer. Basically, my work is to reach out to companies, organizations who might be interested in using our tools or even developing it further. So we offer a cloud-native operating system for modern engineers, which we seek to democratize access to complex deterministic tools and AI to infrastructure professionals. We unify design, analysis, and quality control in one digital platform. So while there, I get to test out new tools that we have developed. We develop tools that aid engineers in designing, analysis, and also quality control. For example, we have design tools, we have drainage lab, which can just help you analyze drainage systems. And what he has actually talked about, the lack of goodwill, is something as the corporate outreach I experience on a daily basis during my work there. So you approach companies, government institutions, government parastatals to partner or to just test out the platform, but they never respond. Even it's worse, you might think you know someone there and you tell him, I've sent a physical letter, and you know physical letter means there are costs, printing, delivery. Yeah, you tell him, I've sent a physical letter. You sent him a copy, a soft copy. He says, I'll check it, but he never responds. And he's in a position of power in that institution. Yeah, so that's the lack of goodwill we lack. Yeah, so Engineering Hub is one of the things in engineering I do. I have also improved my design skills in terms of engineering design. I'm a civil engineering student, so day in, day out, I practice structural designs, whereby I use different softwares and also manual calculations to do the designs. I personally use Engineering Hub to do the designs. I also use other professional suites such as ETABS and AutoCAD.
So do your classmates also have the same capacity as you, or are you speaking from a point of privilege?
And it's not from a point of privilege, because personally, from my background, I don't know any other civil engineer or even engineer for that matter. So I have to build that for myself from the ground up. For my classmates, they for a good number, they've gotten the chance to test out their skills in one way or the other. Some have not maybe perfected their design skills, but have been in the construction site. So they've perfected their construction skills, not rather than their design skills. Others have studied a lot just on the theory that we've been taught. Others have perfected their lab skills, and so on and so forth. But I have gotten a privilege to also work in construction sites since first year. And also, but for design, anybody can do that. Unlike construction, you must get that opportunity.
All right, so it's like everyone maybe from your class has a specific skill that they're leveraging on to help them, you know, get into the job market, right? Well, interesting. Speaking of AI, because all of you talked about it, it's here. Looks like it's here to stay, but how are tools like this changing how you operate as an entrepreneur? Sarah?
AI has come to become a tool that we got to appreciate and as well criticize to some point, because...
Do you think the criticism is worth it?
Yeah, to some point.
How so?
Because you'll find some people, they rely majorly there. They're no longer creative. When someone wants to find out something, they just ask AI. Unlike in the past where you had to crack your mind and think of something, become creative, innovate, and present a brilliant, solid idea that came from your mind. Unlike today in the AI world, when you want something, you can just have your phone, find something and present it. But to some point, we've got to appreciate also as well, since it has made work easier and it is efficient. If you want to crack up something that was slightly complex, you can consult AI. And it is as well engaging the young people, and especially who got skills and they got no one to run to for mentorship and guidance. They'll seek the guidance from AI. Yeah.
So how are you personally using it in your business?
Okay. So for me, in my sector, in the entrepreneurial sector, I initially told you that I do the smart water meter reading technology. Actually, this technology, once I invented it, I sought more clarification from there.
From AI?
Yeah.
Okay.
The idea was mine. I developed the idea. Then the rest of the things followed from AI. Yeah.
Serem, I'm interested to know why you chose to shift from teaching to climate entrepreneurship. What inspired that change? Nyariki, I'm sorry, Nyariki, yeah.
I'm already, still I'm a teacher, but I'm just getting out of that, doing more to my community and to the world. Yeah. So what inspired me is the problems which are coming to our face every day. For instance, the way technology is changing and the way the population and politics are being shaped right now. You cannot entirely depend on what's happening on the ground. You will also go virtually and meet people, which is more easier. As I say, technology makes our work easier. So instead of relying on, most people rely on one-on-one campaigns. So we realized there are a gap. We can develop Skika, which is going to leverage the use of technology in campaigning and the use of technology in information, in information on governance, and in meetups. Like the way we've met here, we can meet elsewhere, like on Facebook, discuss on other ideas. And again, we can meet on Skika, specifically for governance issues, specifically to project what is ailing us from the ground. And actually on Skika, when we have time, you'll be able to see there is a feature whereby a person can be able to interact with his MP, or we can be able to interact with those who are contesting for his constituency, to ask them, how are you going to address this road? How are you going to address the hospital which are under-equipped? So that kind of gap can be bridged through technology. Instead of you coming from Kabuchai constituency to Nairobi to meet your MP, now you can do it virtually on Skika. So technology came to complement what we humans are doing. Of course, technology cannot replace humans, but can complement what we are doing.
Tell us what climate entrepreneurship is all about.
Climate entrepreneurship is all about changing our lives by at the same time addressing the problems which are emerging from the change of climate, making our lives better in the hardship, in the challenging world of climate change. For instance, our traditional way economy depended on livestock, depended on traditional planting of crops. Right now, you cannot entirely depend on that, because the way the weather was before is not the same right now. Drought can come, floods will come. So how do you adapt to that and survive? So that's entrepreneurship now. And when you help your community to survive those challenges now, telling them to do smart farming, and also, for example, do resilience farming. For example, if you are in a place like Mogoti, Aso areas, you do hay farming, That's what we have done with Tony Elmeru in Mogotio, Baringo. We encouraged farmers to practice hay farming and then do value addition, something which attracted the Tony Elmeru Foundation. And we did with USAID, whereby we were training youth on green skills, on kitchen gardens, such that they can be able to make money from those kitchen gardens.
All right. Buyanzi, AI in civil engineering, how are you using that tool?
That's where actually Engineering Hub comes in. As I said, Engineering Hub has deterministic tools and AI for infrastructure professionals. So the deterministic tools are basically non-AI tools that provide exact answers for the same question regardless of who has asked for them, since they use hard-coded processes and formulae to ensure the process is followed step by step. While now for AI, we leverage AI to ease on the design process or on engineering processes. So using Engineering Hub, we can now have AI in civil engineering help you choose on one material over the other, or help you make one decision. But the good thing about using AI in Engineering Hub as opposed to general AIs is that our AI, we use agentic AI that is verified and its processes are regularly audited to ensure that it gives you verifiable and accurate answers. So that's how I personally use AI in engineering.
All right. Yeah. So World Youth Skills Day recognizes the importance of equipping young people with skills for employment, decent work, entrepreneurship, and sustainable development. Do you think we're living up to that goal set by the UN, Serem?
With our changing education system, we are now headed there. We are not yet, but we are headed. We are headed to that direction, and maybe this will be a challenge to fellow young people, that they should never stop learning. They should develop new skills daily. Because you see, when you have a new skill, you increase your chances of opportunities, and will now meet the global requirements from the UN. And as my friends have said, we should call on the government to give the young people a fair environment and give them platform to showcase these innovations they have and these skills they have. Talk, for instance, of my invention on the smart water meter reader innovation. That can be a brilliant idea on the ongoing affordable housing construction. If we had a conducive environment for giving young people platform, my technology can be invented there. We move from the analog meter reading technology to the smart, rather modern. And since this is a technology that will improve on revenue collection, there will be no wastages.
So many Kenyans have, brilliant ideas day in, day out, young Kenyans actually. So what do you think is holding them back from just bringing their ideas into life?
Maybe the many Kenyans with brilliant ideas should as well move away from their comfort zones.
So they are in their comfort zone.
Yeah.
That is why they're not breathing life into their ideas.
Yeah, most of them are assuming that if I do this, this will not happen. And that's why I'm posing a challenge this morning to colleague young people that let us move forward. Yeah, let us present them.
Nyariki, what do you think is holding young people back? I hope I didn't get too short, Serem.
Yeah.
What do you think is holding young people back from breathing life into these ideas that they have every day?
I think I will partly differ with my friend here. Like, it's not, it's a small percentage of people, of the youths are so inspired, they're full of energy, because I've interacted with many of them in several platforms. I'm a Yali fellow, you know Yali?
Yes.
Yeah, the Obama Academy.
Yeah.
So when we meet there, they train every year leaders, and we have innovators there who have broken the ceiling all over the world. But you come back home, they are not recognized. Until you are recognized by Japan is when Kenya will say, oh, that's our son. For instance, you saw Peter Tabichi, a teacher. If you ask him, in all his life, before he went to the limelight? Was he recognized by his county director there in Nakuru or by his sub-county government? No. Until when he was recognized in the whole world, like my engineer here, when you will be there, Japan will recognize you. That's when Kenya will say, that's our son. Then they will bring all the crowns on you. But when you are struggling here, they should have platforms, very simple platform, call for applications, like for your innovation. You go to sites like Tony Elmelu. We have never gone to Nigeria. Go to UN, those sites. They have call for applications. So if our government, these are a call to our government, county government, they have fair call for applications. These young people will be able to apply online and then get vetted. If the idea is the best, then they are given room to practice. So that's what is missing in our system. I think, as you said, a fair ground to compete, to bring out their best. But now, if that fair ground is not there, they will just have the best ideas, and then, like I know of a footballer back at home, the best footballer when I was used to grow up, right now he's selling changa at home. Yeah. So that's an analogy or an example of what happens with these brilliant minds when they are not nurtured. So we are pleading with the government, nurture these young people. And you don't need a lot, you don't need rocket science to nurture these young people or to nurture the ideas like Skika. Like let me talk about Skika. I've approached several parties to embrace it. But those very young parties are embracing it. But when it will be on top is when every political party now will come for Skika. But right now, we are telling them we are trying to bring issue-based politics. We are trying to link you with your populace, with your voters on the ground, so that you can tell them who you are. So they don't want that. They want to go to the ground, pangisha watu laini, 50-50, unaona.
How long has Skika been in operation?
Skika has been in operation for a year now.
We should give the leaders grace. A year? Mwaka moja tu.
But
just a year. You're telling unawaambia wataki kutumia Skika jamani. Have you sold it to them? Have you sold it to them?
Yes, we have shared with several leaders across the divide. But I think maybe they will reach a point whereby they will accept it.
Business and patience
go
together, go very well together, Nyariki.
But okay, before you ask, I could also be more on the side of Nyariki and differ with our friend here.
Yes.
Because it's
on what's holding the youth back, right?
Yeah, we're not holding the youth back.
Okay.
It's not that the youth are lazy or whatnot, but because from a personal experience, and I know a number of my classmates or friends do this once in a while, I sometimes pull all-nighters just writing letters or reading or building up lists to send out the email. So you have to put in the work. So I put in the work, sometimes all-nighters or up to 3, just doing writing those emails, preparing the mailing lists, researching the companies to write to. And personally, I believe I work hard enough, but I still go broke a lot of times, despite even putting in the work. Despite our founder, who is also the lead developer at Engineering Hub, he puts in the work, codes day in, day out, is coding at night, having to drink energy drinks to push him through the night, solving the bugs. But you still find that despite how innovative he is, the platform does not pick up to the level we want. So sometimes it's not just because that the youth are lazy. I think it's the whole system. Our economy is biased against us. For example, if we were in the Western countries with our idea, we could be very top, because it's the first vertical AI engineering platform in Africa. There is no other AI tool made specifically for engineering in Africa, but we still are not known. Yeah, there is no other AI tool that's specifically made for engineers in Africa, but from Engineering Hub so far. And those which are coming have, let's say, about 3 tools. Ours has more than 50 unique tools from across different fields in engineering. Yet it still has not picked up to be self-sustaining. Yeah.
So what's the challenge with that?
The challenge is that our system is, the economic system is headlined against us. So like, it doesn't make sense for someone to pay 200 shillings or a 500 shilling subscription to use a digital tool in Kenya, just because of how the economy is set. But in the United States, for example, someone will say, just $2, no problem, and he'll pay. And you see, if every person has no problem paying $2, you'll find it's cumulatively enough to sustain the platform. But in Kenya, that 200 shillings is way much above what somebody could spend on a digital platform. Even 20 shillings somebody can spend on a digital platform. And I think it's because of how the economy is set up this side. Yeah.
All right. So how will the nurturing environment look like for the youth to thrive in terms of skills development, Sarah?
Thank you. I guess my friends here misquoted me, or rather got me off point, because they are raining bits on me.
Okay. Good thing you're here to defend yourself.
So, what I said was there is a significant percentage of the young people who are go-getters. But then there is still a certain percentage who will sit back and say, mbona nifanye na gava imeamua. I know of many people who will move forward and say, I'm giving up on this, basically because there is no platform for me, nobody will listen to me, which really that shouldn't be the case. And that's why we are here to challenge them, that they should move forward with their ideas, not sit back, and let them present. The worst only that can happen is maybe being rejected. No one can cane you for presenting your idea. Then as to your question now on how this environment should be provided for us, is maybe the government should provide incentives for young people. We've seen many innovations dying because the young people have lacked not only the technical know-how, but they have lacked enough finances to progress their innovation. And again, there is in nurturing this environment, I now got my statistics right. I remember in 2022, we had around, was it around 100,000 or rather 200,000 young people who were enrolling in the TVET courses. But this year, 2026, I checked on statistics and we are headed to 1 million. So that tells you there is a progress. We can see a steady progress on the government's side in beginning to provide platform for the young people to enroll in these courses. What is now remaining is those of us who have now graduated from campus to be given the environment to present their ideas.
All right. How would the nurturing environment look like, Nyariki, because you brought this up as we wind up this conversation?
Yeah, I think naturally a nurturing environment, first of all, as one of the leaders in Singapore, Lee Kuan Yew, did, he just established clean system, corrupt-free systems, systems which doesn't have bureaucracy is a way, is a blanket where corruption hides. So if we have clean systems, the youth have a lot of energy, they will compete there. So then when we have fair trades, businesses will be able to thrive, to absorb the youth innovation in there. So I'm talking of the taxing of corporations, the taxes on factories. When they are heavily taxed, I'm sure when you are doing that, you are killing some of the youth innovation. Because when a factory is heavily taxed, the first thing they will do is to cut out some of the youth who are working there. They will not absorb any kind of innovation. They will remain traditional, and maybe close at the end. So the nurturing environment is having an enabling business environment, having a corruption-free environment, and also ensuring that having that welcoming note platforms in every sector which are giving the youth a competitive platform or a place to showcase their innovation. So that's what I can define as a nurturing environment.
All right, Nyariki. Finally, Buyanzi?
For me, first, I would like us to not normalize glorifying suffering. For example, in our field, civil engineering and construction at large, it is believed that you should start as a manual laborer and then grow to an artisan and then now a foreman before you can now be a professional. Yet, that's what is believed and is expected of you after you have already graduated, which should not be the case, since if you have civil engineering skills, you should be given a chance to at least showcase your civil engineering skills without necessarily having to do the manual work. And also, when we talk of skills, we should also appreciate that not only TVET skills are skills, there are other skills that are not necessarily TVET skills. So just because somebody is a carpenter and another person is not a carpenter, neither a mason, we should not say that that person does not possess skills. There are other skills. For example, in engineering, you can have design skills, you can have analysis skills, you can have soft skills. Especially soft skills can differentiate between different people. That is communication, how we relate with people, verbally, written. Yeah, so we should not just glorify, let's say, one set of skills and forget the other skills, and also should not glorify suffering. And then we nurture the skills that different people have and ensure they stand out in their expertise.
All right. Once again, we are talking about World Youth Skills Day, which is a day celebrated annually every 15th day of July. We've started this conversation today on the 14th of July. This is a global initiative that highlights the collective responsibility to equip young people with future-ready skills such as AI, green tech, socio-emotional competencies that is needed to thrive in a rapidly changing labor market. This morning, I was privileged to have in studio with me Evans Kiprop Serem, who is an entrepreneur, as well as Nyariki Hosea Joffrey, that is the founder, People Power Differently Clean and Green Tech Links Limited, and of course, Bethel Buyanzi. He is a 5th year civil engineering student, corporate outreach officer at the Engineering Hub. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for making time for us this morning, and happy World Youth Skills Day. We hope that your goals are going to be met tomorrow. All right, do stay right here. You're watching TV47 Breakfast. Coming up next is still a conversation on innovation and technology. Fred will be here for that conversation. Good morning. My name is Anne Odida.